you doing? They do love Maggie up here.
Now Maggie has more than just the family she goes home to. She has a campaign family as well, headed by Greer Weeks, a local boy and political veteran. Part child psychologist, part secretary of war, he supervises Maggie's political care and feeding.
I see some Maggie bumper stickers.
Good. Hello.
When I first sat down with her to talk seriously about doing this with her, I needed to know that she was committed to certain things before I would commit. And one of them was you got to hire a pollster, you got to hire a media consultant, and you got to be willing to not do negative campaigning, but to do what you have to do, given the context of the campaign. And all three of those were out of left field.
Joe, how are you?
A media consultant was an alien idea. She didn't want one, and she thought she was in touch with the people, and didn't want some consultant coming in and telling her how to do it. And negative campaigning was not on her agenda.
Are you a good Democrat? Okay. Good. Well, see, me too. Where'd you grow up? Wow, I know. There's only 5 Democrats over there, and when I left, there were 4. My husband has had 3 hot meals since February the 2nd.
Well, you should buy him a cookbook.
Really? Maybe he can cook for himself. My name's Maggie Lauterer. I'm running for Congress, and I'm working real hard at that, and I hope you'll help me out. I'm running for Congress on the Democratic ticket.
She's
okay?
Democrat. She'll vote for you.
Yeah, okay, well, fantastic. Then we can count on you, right? Good to see you, Floyd.
All the methods and strategies for reaching the thousands of voters, which can make any campaign a success, don't always come easily to first-time candidates.
Good to see you.
She does not like to be handled.
Oh, this is pretty. Is this old? Hey.
We've discussed it before, and she knows that a little tap on the elbow should mean let's go, but it still is not quite working yet.
I'm being handled. Can you tell this?
I said, Maggie, you got to learn to do this.
Yancey County, and Clyde handles it.
It takes years, I guess, especially for somebody who actually is listening to the person they're talking to and actually is interested in what they're saying.
In fact, he said, "Are you talking to everybody?" He said, "I haven't talked to those women down there." So, good to see you. See you, Mary.
There was one time where I was actually, physically dragging her out of something, and I said, "Please, promise me we'll never have to do that again." But it takes a while.
But if you talk to everybody, you spend all day.
You gonna take me on a ride sometime?
Yeah.
That is one heck of a car.
People hate it when you are shallow. They really want you to touch them and care about them and and look in their eyes and be concerned about their concerns. And if you do the old, well, nice to meet you kind of thing, it doesn't work. They'll say, oh, just another shallow politician. She just wants my vote.
She's one of the finest candidates I've ever seen. We ought to be proud of her all over the mountains. She's a mountain girl, born and raised in Avery County. But it's time that we put a good Democrat in Congress. It's time we elected a woman to that office. Never had one.
Thank you so much. Robert, I thought
Some of her supporters called it Maggie Magic, and she did seem to connect with people differently than most politicians.
Started this journey on February the 2nd when I filed.
Greer and myself have given up on making a traditional political speaker out of her, and she will begin every speech a little rocky.
After I filed.
But as soon as she hits a responsive chord, then it begins to move.
All of us who are Democrats and believe in the future, we can't allow anyone who has the message of fear and paranoia to frighten us or stop us or tell us we're second-class citizens in this campaign.
And then the people suddenly are caught up into it, although they don't really understand why, because this is not a traditional political. I don't feel like cheering or standing up and waving my sign, but I'm interested. And she's not shouting, she's whispering.
All of us who believe we have something good and valid to offer the future have got to go forward with that. I'm a Christian, and my God is a God of love. And I believe that God's children should run campaigns as cleanly as they can. We want to do it with dignity and integrity. And when I have to meet my Maker someday, I want to feel real good about my report about the campaign of 1994.
Thank you.
The very first time that Maggie sang on the campaign trail, I think it was the first week I was with her, and we were out in Cherokee County in this school gym. She was really tired, and when she gets tired, I think in her mind she said, I got to get out of this, I'm not doing well, so she picked up this dulcimer, it's a bluegrass stage, and started singing.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
You know, I thought, oh God, no. I was thinking, please, you're running for Congress. We're going down the tubes already. It's week 1. Here she is singing folk songs. I thought, please get me out of this. And she sang Amazing Grace. And this boy turned to me and said, that's why she's going to win, brother, because Jesus Christ died for your sins. And I said, yes! We're going to Washington.
I see through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already found 'twas grace.
Every day that goes by, I think more and more Maggie just needs to sing Amazing Grace. Not because it manipulates people, but because it relates to people, it touches people. I mean, who sings Amazing Grace in politics?
I was blind.